Hello. Hello. Yeah, it will be mostly. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear my voice? Yeah, it's my first time to do this, so it could be a little bit not smooth. Oh, yeah, and yes, I answer the questions in this live chat. Mostly it will be the question and answer based, except whenever I want to say something. I'm still finishing the setup. But anyway, you can send me email. It's the best if you ask me a question here. All right. Anyway, hello everyone. Happy New Year of 2022. Just let me know if the sound is too big or too small. First, which countries are you guys watching from? Any from Asia or Europe or New York? Okay. Mostly US. Singapore. Hi. All right. So first, I want to say sorry for not uploading videos. I have been really busy since the year of 2020. It's 2 years ago. A lot of eventful stories happened in these 2 years to me. So I had not enough time to make a video, but I still wanted to communicate with you guys, still want to teach. Still, my goal is really bring this study to the bright side, but I'm still busy. So I didn't have enough time to really making the PowerPoints and video. So I choose to just do live stream, which is, I think, better way. It's a little awkward right now, but I think it's better for me and for you guys. And if I want to really make some video for you, I will just make them separately. But my main YouTube work might be the live stream from now on, once a week. Thank you. You're welcome. So last year I uploaded like just one video, right? The big picture of 2021, and then today. But anyway, thank you to everyone who has been waiting for me, waiting for my video. I got many emails or the comments who wants to watch my video. So let's get started. Today, I didn't really set up the topic. I was not sure what kind of things you guys want to study. Today, this is the order we want to spend our time. Greeting, and we will have some discussion that I put discussion here again. What kind of topic do you guys want to learn? And I want to know what's you guys' interest. Seems I just made the video that I'm interested in, and then many people's question to me was quite different. Let's discuss about that, and then we will talk about that topic a little bit. And Q&A. Okay, Dr. Kim, will you do an example chart reading with celebrities so we can know how to apply to our own personal chart readings? Yes, someday, but not today. Yeah, we will do that. The dominant energy is used to determine the strength of the day master. Practical applications of Patsa. Okay. But the other videos I see are based on being born in season. I also received several email, or almost every email is how to determine your own chart. If we can see really, really obvious dominant energy like fire, a lot of water, a lot of wood, a lot of earth, a lot of metal, that's kind of obvious. Many charts are not that obvious. That's sad. And it should be the first thing we have to learn to determine what is the dominant energy. And then we can decide what is Yongshan. Still, when I encounter kind of difficult chart, like seems like there are two dominant energy in one chart, or sometimes all elements are kind of equally divide the whole chart's energy, like 20% each. I'm talking about the 5 element, so 20%. So in that case, it is really hard to find the dominant energy. The first principle should be figuring out my side. And what I mean by my side is, if we know our daily master, we have to determine what kind of 5 element energy support me. Can anyone tell me what is your daily master? Just for example, Ja would. Okay. So Jonathan, what do you mean by other videos you see are based on being born in season versus the strength of the daily master? Oh, okay. Everywhere there are wood, fire. So if we just guess somebody's daily master is wood, the element that support wood and wood itself, those two should be my side. And the other 3 elements, okay, hello from Canada. Welcome. Okay, the first principle is figuring out my side. The left side is my side, right side is the other. This is a daily master. So this is for wood, and there's fire, daily master. Then my side should be here, and the other side is earth, metal, and water. If the daily master is earth, my side should be fire and earth, and the other 3 is the other side. Yeah, you said most video, I see the biggest vector to determine is by looking at the season in the month pillar. That is true. In most cases, that is true, but not always, not 100%. But the monthly branch takes, I think, almost like 30 to 40% of all earthly branch, like approximately. I will cover that today. So we have to decide what is my side. Then we can decide my daily master is weak or strong. If my side is dominant, either water or wood, that is considered as a strong chart. If fire or earth or metal, one of them is dominant, that chart is considered as a weak chart. Same for here. If the daily master is fire, if wood or fire are dominant, that is strong chart. If water, metal, earth, one of them or 2 of them are dominant, that chart is considered as a weak chart. And same for this. If the daily master is earth, either fire dominant chart or earth dominant chart is considered as a strong chart. And the other 3, wood, water, and metal, if the dominant energy is one of those 3, that chart is considered as weak chart. So that was the first principle to how to find the dominant energy. And the second principle is, this is a little simple way. I usually don't like the simple way, but this is easier to figuring out the dominant energy. So look at earthly branches first. I will say that. Let me just take this year's energy, run in the young water tiger or young water stem with young wood branch, or rainwater tiger, rainwater with in wood branch. What do you guys think? Like, if we think we have to determine this pillar's energy, what's the dominant energy here? I saw some people just count the number, like there's 1 water and there's 1 wood. So I don't know, like either wood or water could be a dominant chart, a dominant energy, or the water from the heavenly stem generates the wood on the earthly branch. So all the water energy goes to the wood. So wood could be dominant. Then what if, and this is kind of similar energy as the 2022. And this is also similar. Let's compare this. These 3 pillars share the similar energy flow. The first one, the rainwater tiger, water generating wood. And the second one, Ja wood red, also water generating wood. E wood high, The third pillar, also water generating wood. Same energy flow, but can you guys figure out what is the dominant energy in each pillar? That's why I set up the second principle. Look at the earthly branches first. And again, it is not 100% true for every case, but most of the time, I'll just look at the earthly branch, and it is okay to just say the earthly branch is the dominant energy for now. We will see some more advanced pillar or advanced case, but for now, we can say just earthly branch is the dominant. Yeah, Jonathan is right. Yeah, so first pillar's dominant energy could be wood, and second and third, I will say water. So that's the starting point. When we look at the whole chart, and we have to determine what is the dominant energy, we look at the earthly branches first. Let's think this is one's chart, and daily master is yang water, and those are, oh, what? Please forgive me, this is my first time to be in live. So this is year, month, day, and hour. And as Jonathan said, most of the time I explained in the video that the monthly branch takes the most of kind of dominant energy, but not 100%. I will say, let me figure out. Thank you, Alice. Is that right? Or I will say 40, 25. I don't like this number. Let's say 15, 15. Kind of. This is not really right number, but, or like this. 40% for the monthly branch, like 25% for the daily branch, and 15 for hourly branch, maybe 20 for yearly branch. That's how this is not exact number again, but this is kind of how I try to put the weight on it. So for example, this chart is kind of impossible chart. I will say like water for 40%, another water for 20%, wood for 25, and earth for 15. And then I try to generate around the character and try to control, but that's kind of a little more advanced level. But for now, do not count. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 wood, and 1, 2, 3, there are 3 water. So the dominant energy might be wood. Don't try to do that. First, just look at the earthly branches, and then there are more water energy, about 60%, right? And wood takes just 25, earth takes just 15. So I will consider this chart is water dominant, especially this time of year is December. In the Northern Hemisphere, I have to be careful. But that is true. All the water kind of generates the wood, except this water generates wood. This water generates wood. This water also generates this wood. So wood is not that weak. Wood is strong as well. But comparing with those water, wood is weaker. That's how I want to say. Does it matter if all pillars are yang or all pillars are yin? Can you tell me more detail? There's several kinds of yin and yang aspect we can say, like this plus means also yang, like yang stem or yin stem. This is yang wood, this is yin wood. We can say that is also yang or yin. And the other way to say yin and yang is wood and fire takes yang aspect, or metal water are yin aspect. Seems like you're talking about this plus and minus, right? So you're talking about like plus, all 8 characters are plus. Yeah, that's possible. And we say, I don't know how to translate that, but we say that is yang patong, 8 yang, like penetrate chart. And there are also the charts that 8 character in penetrate chart. Ren born in winter Zi would be water strong. That's different story because we cannot only say this one takes all energy. Like for example, if we just switch the yearly pillar to Dawood horse, now the situation changes. Even if this chart is born in Zi water time, like there are horse, fire, there are wood, there are dog. So comparing with other stuff, like other 60% takes different energy, and then only 40% of earthly branches is water. So I won't say this chart is strong. This chart is more like a weak chart, maybe very, very weak, even if it is winter time. I don't like these numbers, actually. I gave too much energy here, maybe, but yeah. So this is the really difficult to really obtain, to how to see the chart is strong or weak, or which element is strong, which element is weak. So definitely now wood is, I think wood is more than water in this case. Wood takes more portion. Like one character in the earthly branch is really precious because just one character difference bring whole other feature. Like if I change this tiger to the rat, now it becomes maybe strong chart again, because it takes almost like 65%. Those two takes 35%. But because we have to think about the heavenly stem as well, now I don't know. I will say strong chart, strong water, but it is possible to be a weak chart very easily. I'll say maybe 60. Yeah, compare with earthly branches. Oh, I know my teacher doesn't like this way, but I will do that, like that. Now I lost. No, it's not. This should be 15, right? Around those portion. Does the Dian or the current year transform the chart from weak to strong? Oh, Jonathan, that is controversial. Some scholars say the Yongsheng should not be changed, or dominant energies never change it. And some scholars agree with that, like the Dian's energy changes the dominant energy to the weak or strong. Like for example, my opinion is Dian's flow. If the chart is kind of balanced, like if we cannot really determine that is obviously strong or obviously weak, that we call that as a balanced chart. In that case, the Dian can change the dominant energy easily. So I will just put this example again. I said it is a little bit in a middle, but water is definitely could be the dominant energy in this chart. But when the Dian comes like that, I don't know anybody remembers the triple combination of the fire, but these three creates the huge fire energy. So now the situation could be different. Maybe this fire is stronger than the water. So I usually think in the case of the triple combination or seasonal combination, in that case, the dominant energy could be changed from the original chart test. And B, how did you get those number? You mean these number? I didn't get from anywhere, but yeah, that is my just way to think the portion of each branch and stem. Yeah, big cycle of fire, that one. So if Dian influence and add some triple combination or seasonal combination energy, then we can figure out, oh, the dominant energy might be changed. Any questions so far? And the third principle, I will bring this elements picture here. This is my habit. I try to just determine if this chart is yang dominant chart or yin dominant chart. This is kind of tricky. This is one trick. So let's bring this chart again. T Dian is annual star. I don't know about annual star because the terminology is a little bit different from China and Korea, but at least Dian is not annual. It is the 10-year big cycle, the large cycle, then annual. So if I see this chart, I try to just figure out this is yang or yin. Like wood and fire takes the yang energy, and maybe this earth takes yang, not very clear, but there is the fire in it. So I will say yang a little bit. So now I can figure out this is yang dominant or yin dominant. So yang takes about 20% here, 15% here, maybe less than 15 because it's small. And yin aspect takes about 65% in the earthly branches. We are not talking about the heavenly stem yet. And then we figure out my dominant energy is yin or yang, and my daily master is yin or yang. That is another trick to figure out the dominant energy and daily master's relation. And another way to figure out is this is like around noontime. This is, I would say, just midnight. This is also the energy of midnight. This one's around 7 p.m. So we can figure out these 4 earthly branches has more daily daytime's energy versus nighttime's energy. So actually, I said this dog, shoe earth, is yang, but it's 7 p.m. So it's kind of going towards the dark. So I consider this one as a yang, but still this is a little small yang. So anyway, this energy is like noon, 2 midnights, and 1 7 p.m. So I consider this earthly branches has more nighttime energy, more yin energy. So that's how I figure out, also this chart is more yang or this chart is more yin. Then the daily master is yin, so it supports more yin. But anyway, what I want to say is if your daily master is yin aspect and the dominant energy is kind of yin aspect, that chart could be the strong chart. And if your daily master is in yang side, yang aspect, and the dominant energy is also yang, that chart is also considered as kind of more yang dominant, strong chart. Because I'm telling this because some chart, I cannot really find the real dominant energy. Can you guys figure out which element is dominant here? This kind of chart, when I see this kind of chart, like first couple minutes, I couldn't find the dominant energy right away. Can you guys just guess the answer and type in it? Alice got water. It is really hard to see, yeah. But that's one trick. Just pick the monthly branch because monthly branch is water. That's one trick. And the yearly branch is supporting the water, right? Okay, 3 of you guys pick water, 1 earth. So that is the problem. Like sometimes we want to just focus on finding one dominant energy and then miss the whole picture. I and yo product water. No, it doesn't really product water, but yo metals support the high water in terms of the generating cycle. This is definitely in the high water, and yo metal is also in as a metal water. This tiger is yang, definitely. Earth is always difficult. I will say yang and yin at the same time. And if you're confused about finding dominant energy, just put the time on it. This is about 4 a.m. This is around 8 a.m. It's like 10 p.m. And this is around 6 p.m. Yeah, Jonathan, Dragon stores water. So what I observe, this is like 2 in, there are 2 in, and there are 1 yang. And Dragon is kind of controversial because it is 8 a.m. So it is yang, more yang than this 4 a.m. But it also stores water, so it has some yin aspect. You know, the dragon can catch up the fire energy very well. So one dragon can take care of a lot of yang energy. It observes the fire energy very well. So I would say this chart is a little bit towards to the colder side. Like when we think about fire is the daily master, and we determine wood and fire, the yang aspect is the daily master's energy. And we can say the other three, earth, metal, water, these three characters are all like the other side, the element that makes the fire daily master's chart weaker. And the wood and fire makes this chart stronger. So if I divide these two sides, we can take only wood and fire to make this chart strong. But what I observe from this chart is the other elements are more dominant. So I tend to decide, oh, this chart might be just weak chart, weak fire, and then not really determine the dominant energy yet if I'm confused. Oh, that is your daily master, Bing Chen. Okay. Sorry that I said the dragon takes fire energy a lot, but yeah, this time being too. Okay. All right. So that's just my method. You don't need to follow that. So I try to figure out the strength of the chart first. I just want to figure out weak or strong first, because I have to see if the Dayun makes this chart stronger or weaker. Like if you are weak chart, any kind of Yun aspect, either Dayun or yearly Yun, if that makes you stronger as a support or your daily master itself, that kind of Yun is considered as, I have to be careful, the positive Yun. I don't want to say good or bad, or positive or negative, but those energy makes more balance. If the daily master is considered as a strong chart, the other three, if you meet the other three elements, the chart become more balanced. Okay, balanced is better term than positive or negative. And we always think make a balance is good, so that's positive. So I don't know. So is this being is weak or more in? So that's what I want to say. Because this being fire is supported by the yang energy more. Here is more support. And here's maybe drain, controlled, something like that, I'll say. So wood and fire, yang energy is more supporting this chart, and water, metal, earth, those three elements are more draining or more kind of controlling the daily master. So this energy makes this chart weak. I can observe there are more in aspect, so this chart might be weaker side. And if you really want to find the dominant energy, it is difficult for me, but slightly water is the most powerful, I think. It's almost balanced each other, actually. But definitely there is kind of less support for this being fire. And there's wood here, but it is controlled by metal here, earth here. Even though this one contains water, it is not a generating cycle. His mother is the bore, the high water, but it is kind of blocking here and the flow. So wood is not that strong, but stronger than being fire. It has the bore. So except the being fire, every element kind of shares the similar portion of the chart, but in this case, I think the monthly branch, like 40% energy, that takes a big role. And then it is supported by this Yo metal, the yearly branch. So this being together makes this chart as a water dominant chart. But I like to say just in dominant, like metal water dominant chart, kind of. Metal's not really dominant, but yeah, anyway. That's why the importance of separating yang versus yin is important, because whenever you see, oh, the yang year is coming, oh, we can directly think, oh, maybe it could be a good year for this chart. And if water, metal, or just water comes, we can think, oh, this chart in energy is more added up, so it could be kind of not a good time. Can I ask for 2022 water tiger? And since water produces wood, does that mean the year of 2022 has very strong wood energy? Yeah, and the answer is yes and no. So this is 2022's energy. This is last 3 years. I will say yes. It is not strong, not as strong as this. This one is definitely strong. This one might be second strong. Yeah, second strong out of the 5 tiger. There are 5 kinds of tiger. Fire. I was a little hesitated, like, because I saw very strong wood energy. Like I'm not sure this is very strong, but it could be. When I see these 5, I'll take this one as the first and this one second. Yeah, I will say second strongest tiger out of 5. Yeah, because it is supported by the water. But the water energy is, we will discuss this one maybe next time about the year of 2022. But water here supports wood energy, but at the same time, it kind of remains the winter energy in this year. Yeah, so we have gone through these 3 winter time for 3 years, and seems like those winter energies still governing this year. So we are kind of not really getting out of the water energy that we experienced for 3 years. So that means it is strong wood. That's correct, but it might be different from if this year is like this. Like if the being fire tiger comes in this year, it is a little different from rainwater tiger because there's no water here. So it means the being tiger already overcome those water energy and then now ready to go to fire. Now ready to use this wood energy to go to fire. Now we are going to yang. We are now forget about in. So this could be a little bit more strong energy-wise. Kind of the portion that we're talking about, the dominant energy or not, this tiger being in tiger is kind of weaker side than those 2 is the number 3 as a power-wise. But how to use that wood energy is the fire energy. So without fire, wood cannot really going to output world. It cannot really use that wood source correctly, fully. So this here is like that, like water energy is kind of holding the wood energy to just take a rest a little more like that. Don't go out. It's like mother energy, like water is a mother of wood. So it kind of holds up the wood energy and then don't go out. It is not the time yet. The wood try to go out because the wood itself feels like I'm already grown because I have a lot of water here. I already gone through those 3 winter time, those 3 water time. I said water because it's winter. So it's ready to just go out. I'm kind of tired of this rest. I'm tired of home. I want to go out. I want to do my stuff. I want to be creative. But this water energy is kind of holding up, like no son, no daughter, don't go out yet. Like it's not it is worrying about the wood. So I'm kind of hesitating to say this is strong wood or not. So that's what I mean. So everything could be like that for this year. Everyone might have a plan, kind of inner pressure for those 3 years. And then now they want to start a new thing. Now they want to explode something. Now they want to start a new business. Like they want to determine myself in a different world, among the countries as well. Like they want to redetermine their status in the world. And the situation is kind of tightly controlled by the past, still not safe yet. Yeah. So that might be everyone is thinking right now, like, can I do that or not? Is it safe to do that or not? So that might be the theme of this year. But we will talk about that maybe